A car sales manager in Middleton is angry after two vehicles were stolen from the dealership showroom Sunday.
He went in to finish on his off day for paperwork when he discovered glass broken outside of the building's back door.
WMTV's Cameron Kelly joins us now in studio. And Cameron, the general sales manager, called police. They got there within minutes.
That's right. And two men broke into the dealership wearing masks, gloves, and dark clothing. It happened just before 2:30 a.m. and the suspects stole a 2023 black Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat and a 2016 Chevrolet Corvette Z063LZ. Now take a look at your screen. Have you seen these cars? The suspects backed them out of the showroom. General sales manager Craig Bleven says the Corvette was worth $75,000. It was bought and paid for by a customer out of state. The dealership refunded his money and says the customer is disappointed. There is also other damage throughout the facility.
That gentleman, that salesperson lost a paycheck. Our offices were ransacked, drawers gone through, cabinets broken open, apparently in search of keys for the vehicles that we had in the showroom floor.
The dealership is now offering a $5,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest and the recovery of the two vehicles. Live in the studio, Cameron Kelly, WMTV 15 News.
Cameron, thank you. The manager says the thieves also stole license plates and did donuts on Tribeca Drive as they sped away.